Is my hand in your way?
Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to Joseph Beth Booksellers. Grand Admiral Thrawn, Admiral Gilead Paleon, Talon Card, Mara Jade, and even Coruscant were all brought to life by tonight's author. Joseph Beth would like to thank the 501st Legion, the Rebel Legion, and the Mandalorian Mercs, in addition to the Kentucky Star Wars Collectible Club, for being here tonight. I'd also like to give a special thanks to my dear Aunt Peru, who couldn't be here due to a house fire. Please join me in giving a huge welcome back to one of our favorite authors, Timothy Zahn.
Thank you all for coming and for supporting your local bookstore. As someone who sells books, I really appreciate it. What we're going to do is I'm going to talk for a few minutes on how I got into Star Wars, how Choices 1 came to be, and then we're going to open up for question and answer, and then we'll go on to signing. About 22 years ago, November 1989, I got a call from my agent out of the blue, Monday afternoon, 4 o'clock, and he said that we had a very interesting offer. Turns out that Bantam and Lucasfilm had come to an agreement to do 3 more Star Wars books, picking up after Return of the Jedi, which was the era nobody had been allowed to write anymore, and they wanted me to do these books. So Russ and I talked for about 45 minutes, and then I told him I'd give my answer the next day, and then I went off and panicked. Because this was a chance to not only succeed in front of millions of potential readers, it was a chance to fail spectacularly in front of those same millions. Well, by the next day, I thought I had enough story that I figured I could do a trilogy on this. So I went ahead and accepted the offer. Wrote the book, went to the usual groups with Bantam at that point and Lucasfilm. And in May of 1991, 20 years ago, the book Heir to the Empire hit the bookstores. Now, it may be hard for some of you younger people in particular to believe, but in 1991, nobody knew whether Star Wars fans even existed anymore. The bands were quiet, there was nothing they were doing, they were not making any noise, they weren't buying anything, largely because there wasn't anything for them to make noise about or to buy. So the book came out with a certain amount of trepidation in everybody's hearts. Bantam had wanted to print up 100,000 hardcover first printing. They got orders in for only about 70,000, so we printed up that many instead. Those first 70,000 were gone in about 2 weeks. They hastily went back to press. In fact, they scrambled so hard they ran out of blue cover stock and wound up fourth printing had to kind of tan cover stock. A bit of trivia for Wayne Barlow's death. And they decided, let's do some more books. We've got a golden goose here. So they set up with 12 more books. I was contracted to do a book, the kind of bookend, since I started with the Thrawn trilogy, kind of bookend the series of Bantam was doing. That was The Hand of Thrawn, which was longer than I expected, so it got split into 2 books, Spectre of the Past and Vision of the Future. Then they came and said they would like me to do a Luke and Mara story, so I did Survivor's Quest. In the meantime, they had also asked for Outbound Flight, and since my thought about Survivor's Quest was to have the Outbound Flight project, I decided to make the 2 of them kind of a duology separated by 50 years, kind of unusual. Then I was contracted to do Allegiance. And there were some problems with Allegiance, the aftermath of Allegiance. We had some editorial snafus. Because they were running short on time, they did some of the editing themselves, major editing, instead of telling me, we don't want this cut out, please do it. And so I wound up on occasion with, when I finally saw the manuscript, there were places where they cut out dialogue but had not cut out a character's reaction to that dialogue. So if you read it through not knowing what was there, you would have people suddenly reacting to nothing, just like that. Needless to say, I fixed everything like that, it's fine. And then came Sacrifice, and you know what happens to you know who. Anybody not know what happens in the book Sacrifice? Who would care? Or okay. They killed off one of my characters. It's pretty common knowledge. That was about 4 years ago. It's not that they can't do that. Everything I write, everything everybody writes is owned by Lucasfilm. It was the fact that they hadn't told me about it beforehand. In fact, we're trying very hard for me not to know about it beforehand. So that kind of soured me on Star Wars for a bit, and I went off and did other projects. But as Yoda said, once you start down the Star Wars path, forever look down to your destiny. He said that later that same afternoon. The 20th anniversary of Heir to the Empire was starting to get close, and I was looking at, well, maybe one more Star Wars book, you know, the pain of the past goes away and all of that. So we got to talking about a new book. I like the idea of continuing the Allegiance saga with the additional choices of one, and we got into discussions of what they should do for 20th anniversary of Heir. I figured it'd be something like, I don't know, book plate, commemorative coin, you know, something like that. Betsy Mitchell, who's head of Del Rey science fiction program at the moment, she was a line editor on the Thrawn trilogy. We had dinner with her at DragonCon Labor Day weekend last year, and I said, well, how about reissuing the hardcover of Heir to the Empire since it's been out of print for, you know, almost 20 years. And if you wanted to do that, I'd be happy to write a new story for it. Well, she didn't say anything much, but about a week later, I got an email saying, yes, we decided we're going to reissue the hardcover. We would like it to be annotated, so you have to go through it all and write down as many comments